What's up, YouTube? Plus Master here, and we're going to be doing the Nirvana Premium deck profile today. So hit that like, hit subscribe. If you are on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It'll be dragonempire.tv. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment. Any ideas maybe that might help out the deck? Let's see what we can do putting Nirvana into the premium format. So this is our little rough draft. I gotta be honest, it looked a lot better before Elgar came out, and then Elgar needing to function with the soul. So Elgar coming out kind of made it a little bit more difficult because you need the Soul Blast too. It also has a countercharger in itself, which is really the main problem with Nirvana, and that's why the deck kind of is just like eh. Because it just has this problem like, I don't have Counterblast, I don't have Soul. And then it's like so piece reliant with all the Trick Stars and Overdress units. It's like you're pretty much missing out if the Overdress unit doesn't just do everything for you, you know, since you're already playing down 2 cards. And set 3 will get the thing that will make it, when you overdress, it'll be like Digimon. Every time you overdress, you get to draw a card for the turn if you play that order, which just seems like a fucking waste of space, honestly. And like how like you'll get 1 turn off of it, and then what? Like I don't know. It's got a lot of work, Nirvana, I would say, and the chicken Chakravarti Nirvana just being one of like probably the shittiest vanguards for Overdress, being like you get a grade 0, but that is the part that we like the best because grade 0s are actually pretty good in Kagero, so we're gonna play around with that a little bit. Let's get you that deck profile. So Nirvana being our vanguard, the grade 0s are actually going to be important in this deck. We're still looking for some better options, but I feel I got some of the best ones. So because of the easy access to 0s and being able to grab 1s and 0s, Conroe's actually going to be our starter. Just to be able to help us out, make sure we can get our Trick Stars. We could start off with Trick Star and the Soul. You're going to have to Soul Blast to get it out, which isn't going to be too difficult, but just being able to have access to this and then every turn just grab whatever card it is that you need at the beginning of your turn. You're going to pass up Striding to be able to do that unless you set it up for the following turn. So, because you're going to have to be on Nirvana to discard to call a grade 0. So, maybe I see potential happening with this deck in Premium, especially next set with that grade 1 that looks at top 5 or top 7 for an Overdress ability. That's going to be pretty nice. That's going to be searchable off of this. I'm hoping that there might actually be a Nirvana Stride, potentially, right? Some sort of Nirvana Stride, or I really want some kind of Nirvana grade 3, a Blade Maiden grade 3 that is going to be able to give all Blade Maidens additional +3 or something like that. There's just something, Nirvana as the Vanguard is really like weak, I feel like, and I would just love to be able to get some access to another card as Vanguard. So that's going to be our starter. Then we're just playing 3 Trick Stars in the deck. This will let you see one of them. You're not playing ride lines in this, so you're not automatically going to just get that free Trick Star, sadly. And one of the good grade 0s here, this is the good boy, little red Pulse Dragon Kid. So this guy is going to be able to counterblast, and it puts itself into Soul, giving you some more Soul, which is nice, so you can Soul Blast it and then get it back with Nirvana. But it's going to let you look at the top 5 cards, I believe. Is it 5? Yep, top 5 cards of your deck, and then you get to add a grade 3 or greater Kagero card from among them and put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. So just reoccurring this will be able to help you get your grade 3s a little bit more. If it does become a problem with seeing the Nirvanas, I might actually add the Tentrastat to be able to, when it hits Counterblast, search out the Persona ride. But currently, right now, I'm seeing this just because you want to be able to try and hit the Dauntless for your first ride, and you want to pick up the Valientes as soon as possible. And because of the Valientes, I'm playing 4 of the stands. I think stands are going to actually be really good in this deck because you're going to be able to sneak in these extra attacks your opponent doesn't see coming. So you can go and swing early with the Verena, and then if it doesn't hit, hopefully you hit a stand it, and then it has the potential of getting another hit if that one hits by discarding and counterblasting. Then we're just playing the 4 perfect guards that are draw triggers just to be able to get more cards out of our deck, because it's really piece reliant, relying on the Overdress ability, relying on Trickstar. There's just so much that you need in your hand, I feel like. And you also have to defend with your hand. Elgar being able to intercept for 15 is pretty nice. I'll admit that. And we're just playing the 20k shields again to be able to get the G-Guardian access. This is going to be our fronts. And we're just playing this just for the 20k shield, just to have that extra shield. We're playing quite a bit of grade 3s, so this should help with the defensive options. And then you can play the Dragon Empire over trigger. I'm just playing this because it is a rearguard Kagero, or rearguard Dragon Empire deck / Kagero. And I just am doing this just to test it out. I'm hoping to give some of the Overdress abilities 100 million and finish the game that way. So that's going to be all the grade 0s for the deck. So like I said, we do have a lot of grade 3s. There's lots of room for adjustments in this deck. It is a little bit different than I had planned, like I said, because of Elgar. But so there's room to do adjustments. But right now, this is what I have for the grade 3s. Just 4 copies of the Nirvana. Be able to ride into Nirvana. Be able to Persona ride. 3 copies of the Valiente, just to be able to smack on top of the arcs, be able to get the restand, maybe get additional restand with the stand trigger. And then I'm playing 2 of the Dauntless. So there really is like Overlord or Blade Master, because in the G series they have the grade 1 that can search out the Overlord or Blade Master by revealing a grade 3, right? So I really hope Nirvana gets something like that. That would be awesome. But the problem is, in wanting to have to run those 2, is just for the imaginary gift, right? And they're searchable. So this is the 3rd option, but it's the weaker of the 2 because it's not as searchable. It's not at all. It's just the grade 0 is what kind of helps us. Look on the top 5 for the grade 3. So that could come up here for this. But you really just want this for the imaginary gift, and then it gets the most use out of it, being able to give Nirvana the restand. So you can use its effect twice if you have access to the counterblast. Being able to swing, counterblast, give all your Overdress abilities and itself plus 10. So it's pretty good, and it'll also get the effect if you don't hit a trigger, you'll be able to give something plus 10. So you should be able to hit some pretty nice numbers going into this for your first grade 3, and then going into Nirvana for your second. So a lot of high hopes for it, but like I said, it's still in testing phases. This is just a rough draft of the deck. I just wanted to bring it to you, and maybe we can make a little discussion on what we can do to make this actually viable in the format. So those are going to be the grade 3s. I'm playing 4 arcs, which I get it. I don't like how it doesn't do anything the turn after you play it, but it's great to just stack the Verena Valiente on top of, and the draw too. I think you really need it just to be able to kind of play. So that's why I chose this one to be the 4 of, and I'm going with 3 of the Elgar. It just having to Soul Blast countercharge is a bit, but it's just an extra surprise attack, you know, and that's just really what you kind of need. So I like it a lot. And then this is where we can play these smaller numbers of things. I feel like is just playing these Toward Cannon Dragons to hopefully be able to shuffle these important pieces back into the deck and then draw a card. But you are going to have to be at a low hand size for that to go off. But, you know, that means when it goes off, you really do need it. So I do like this one. It's kind of what I'm testing out right now as the extra grade 2s that aren't Overdress abilities. So it will get you the retire, and you'll be able to recycle something back. So you can put these things back. You can put the Valientes back, put the Nirvanas back, make it a little bit easier to persona right. That's why I'm saying it could be good to play the grade 1, which is obvious that we're not now that we're moving to grade 1s, that we're not playing the Tentrastad because I'm bringing it up so much. But I might actually want to play that one. Another card though right here is just, this one's going to help us. It helps with the retire. It's going to help look at the top of your deck for a grade 3 because you really want to just stack up on your grade 3s and not have to be hoping to draw them later game. So I like this one a lot for that reason. And then we're just playing 4 of this guy just because you're going to need to discard with Nirvana. And this just goes to soul set Elgar up a little bit more and have him go off more often. That's the main reason for this, and to be able to get additional plus off of Nirvana's skill every once in a while when it comes up. And then just 2 counterchargers. The Eremos from V-Series. This is just going to help you countercharge and draw a card. It'll be nice. You can recycle this back in too. That's why I'm not too worried about it. That too. But it is a low grade 1 count, honestly, because there's only 10 grade 1s. But the grade 1s are going to just be resourceful as soon as you ride. Like, they're really just, you know, you want to ride this thing and then that's it. You're pretty much done. You're just trying to soul charge and counter charge. And then you can spot remove stuff if you really need to with this guy. So that will be the main deck. Alright, so this is going to be the extra deck, the G-Zone. We'll go over the G-Guards first. I think they're probably going to be the easiest accessible ones. You do have a lot of grade 3, so it will come up, but sometimes that persona ride might just do enough for you. You might want that instead. They are kind of just situational ones, right? So these are going to be your best options. Just one of the one where it makes it so you get 10,000 for every open rearguard your opponent has. The Denial Griffin, counterblast to pop a rearguard that's attacking. Really nice. This one is just a hopeful game ender just because I really like it. There's not too much that has to be played in this deck. So when it is like that and it's a little bit weaker, maybe this might just do it to kill the opponent. So I just threw it in there. Hopefully it'll get its time to shine. We'll see. Then what we got here is the Dojin again, which is probably going to be one of the main strides you go into. I recommend going into him if you know that your opponent has like a perfect guard, G guard, something like that, or you don't really know what to go into. There's no point of retiring anything. This is the one you would pick because this guy is going to be the one, he'll be able to board wipe. And since, like I said, the deck plays quite a bit of grade 3s, in set 3 we're going to be getting another grade 3 Overdress unit. So this thing is really going to just shine. I recommend picking these things up. And all he's going to do is board wipe, and he'll give all your grade 3s plus 10,000, which is a really nice extra boost. So it kind of substitutes for actually Nirvana trying to give the Overdress units plus 10,000. So that's nice. And then we just have the Titans. You're going to use these to flip up the Titans, go into the last Titan. It'll be able to pop 4 things. So it's going to be the 5th copy of this technically. And that's all it is. It's a really simple extra deck, but it is toolboxy. So don't underestimate it. You should be able to pull some stuff out. This is going to be semi-similar to how the Blade Master extra deck is going to be looking actually. Bump up the stands if you really want to in this deck, and honestly, when that grade 3 comes out in set 3, it might be worth it, because you're going to be able to have access to get Overdress cards and then searching out the grade 3s, and then you're also going to be able to just re-stand these powerful units. It'll just be insane. So, and being able to recycle them back to be able to reuse them, it's just, I see this deck going somewhere eventually for premium. I do. I just want the Vanguard to be a little bit better, but I don't want to lose the skill of discarding a card to be able to bring back a grade 0. I just don't want to lose that skill. That's like the only thing Nirvana's got going for it, and it's not very good in D series. That's going to be the extra deck. Let's get you guys a test hand real quick. For 5 cards. 5. Trickstar. Oh, we started pretty good. I'm gonna just put these 2 draws back and draw 2 new cards. Okay. Hey, this is a good hand. Stand up the Vanguard. Going first draw. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that until we just drew this card, but we didn't even have a grade 1. But it was a good hand, I would say. So we'll just do that. He's going to just slide on to the back. And that'll be all for our turn. We are missing a grade 2 though, now that I realize it, because we want to get that Arcs off with the Trickstar. But we'll see how it goes. We do have a grade 2 to ride either way. We're still not seeing a grade 3, so getting this thing off would be nice. Your opponent might not attack just because of the Conroe, but we'll see what happens. Oh, there's the grade 2. Alright, so we're gonna go over to our turn, stand and draw. Alright, so now we have this, which we can dig and get another one and then recycle it back, so we should be fine. So we're just gonna ride this. We'll set that. We're gonna look at the top 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sadly, no grade 3. Then we'll go for the Arcs back here. Counterblast, draw 2. 1, 2. Alright, that's not so great. We're seeing a lot of grade 0s here. We're just gonna swing for 15, drive check. Use the Airmo. Sadly, might have to G-assist. We do have the means to be able to do that though. The swing will just take 1 damage. Power draw. Oh, we got the over trigger. Example is trying to give us a hard time. Stand and draw. Alright. We'll just go for the G-assist. 4, 5. We did get the Nirvana, so that's good. We're just going to remove the 2 stands from our hand, from the game, as the cost of G-assist. Alright, so we can search out a grade 1, grade 0. We're kind of set on that, I would say. And we're just going to go for this guy. We'll counterblast to put it into Soul. And then we'll look at top 5 for a grade 3. So we got the Dauntless. Might as well add it. We missed the chance to Dauntless, so we might just try to Persona Ride or Stride from this point on. We'll move the Arcs up now. And we're just going to swing for 18 at Vanguard, go for the Twin Drive. Alright, not too bad. And pass it over to them. So we'll perfect guard. The Vanguard. Take this one. Oh, great. The Nirvana. Block that last one like that. Stand, draw. Alright. Add our ride phase. Discard to stride. Stride on top of him. Call Ermo. Overdress Valiente. That seems fine too, actually. So we'll counterblast and retire this. Search out a grade 1. We'll grab the second Ermo. Call that onto the board. Use this skill to flip one over. Flipping over a Titan. To retire the board, these two will go off. And countercharge 2. Countercharge 2 and draw 2. So since we have it, we'll go for it. Do this. We're going to counterblast. Shuffle back an Ermo. Or it'll go to the bottom of the deck. The deck will shuffle eventually. We'll call it Trickstar. Now we'll go into battle phase. We'll swing with the arcs, and this will be at 33 because of this guy's skill. And we'll say that they just take it. So then we will do our counterblast to restand. Go for one more swing. And then this is gonna make it so it's still at 33. We're gonna have to counterblast and discard. So this is our best option. And so they may block or take the hit. We'll go into the triple drive. Nice, stand trigger. So we'll stand the Verena Valiente. And we'll give the Trickstar +5. And second check, front trigger, nice. So Trickstar is currently at 20 and actually might be able to hit. Third check, and we have the arcs, okay. And then we'll swing with the 20. And we actually have the Elgar in hand, so we'll be able to Soul Blast 2. Soul Blast those two, and restand the Elgar, counter charge 1, and then go in for our final swing. This doesn't have the plus from the front or anything like that, so it's just going to be a 20. So another 20 swing though, by surprise. So we got this thing to swing 3 times, triple drive with the board wipe, and Trickstar 20 swing, and this Elgar being a 20 swing. So that's pretty nice. And this will go from the top of the Vanguard onto the G zone. Alright, so that's going to be the deck profile. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at dragonempire.tv. Leave in the comments what you thought, what we can add to it. I am going to be working on it. Expect an update to this deck, especially when set 3 comes out, if not before. And thank you so much for coming. Just to keep in mind, it is Dragon Empire, not Kagero. So Nirvana has the potential to be mixed in with other things. I'm just not quite sure how those are, and I'm mainly a Kagero player. I have all these Kagero staples and things like that, so it's a lot easier for me to make a deck based off of Kagero than another one. But Murakumo has this ability to like copy cards, and I'm not sure if it's like any card, so that might be kind of cool to be able to just play a Trickstar and just get all the Trickstars out of your deck right away. That could be cool. But let me know in the comments what your ideas with this could be. Let's see if this gear is gonna grind, and I'm out.